about while this runs, I take you to dinner?
How old are you?
Do not say 17.
Spoiler alert, Georgie and Mandy's debut, Marriage, Young Sheldon spinoff, has large shoes to fill. But the debut trailer allays one concern. It was unclear where the sitcom franchise would go once Young Sheldon's conclusion aired. The Big Bang Theory's 2019 finale aired 5 years ago, and at that time, Young Sheldon brought Sheldon's family to the same level of popularity as the show's group of nerdy pals. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Young Sheldon spinoff, was scheduled to premiere later in 2024, although it was unclear how the program would manage not to feel more like a continuation. This issue seemed to get worse as more information about Georgie and Mandy's first marriage came to light. Georgie and Mandy's original marriage revealed the return of Young Sheldon's Mary, Missy, and Meemaw, which meant that nearly the entire ensemble from the original spin-off of The Big Bang Theory will be back. Even though Sheldon would not be there, it was difficult to avoid seeing the new show as a sequel rather than a spin-off because George S.R. had already passed away in the Young Sheldon episode that was antecedent. Fortunately, these worries are allayed by the debut trailer for Georgie and Mandy's debut marriage.
I'm Georgie.
Mandy.
Welcome to Movie Spy. The trailer for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Young Sheldon, will not overshadow it. The returning stars of Young Sheldon are not visible anywhere. Even though a large number of the Cooper family will be returning for the next season, Georgie, Mandy, and Mandy's parents are the only ones featured in the first trailer for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. The teaser for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage makes it apparent that the main focus of the spin-off will be the connection between Montana Jordan's well-meaning Georgie and Emily Osment's caustic Mandy, rather than emphasizing Mary, Meemaw, and Missy's roles on the program. This is extremely comforting because Young Sheldon's success would have made the decision to continue the story indirectly reasonable, if regrettable, for its authors. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage's title alone highlights the show's original idea. In the episode, The Sibling Realignment of Season 11 of The Big Bang Theory, Georgie, Sheldon's elder brother, made a brief reference to an ex-wife. Since then, Georgie's future had to be shaped by young Sheldon around the inevitable fact that he would get divorced. Therefore, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is officially a sitcom with a predetermined finale, much like How I Met Your Mother before it. It seemed a shame to give up this just so young Sheldon could go on. How the characters of young Sheldon fit into Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Meemaw, Mary, and Missy, the young Sheldon family, might have appeared in the spin-off. Nevertheless, Mary, Meemaw, and Missy's return would still be beneficial to Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. With the show only introducing Mary's signature obsessive religious zealotry in its conclusion, and largely ignoring Missy's teenage rebellion throughout its 7th season, young Sheldon was never able to finish up their arcs. After the conclusion of Season 7 failed to do so, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage can explain Meemaw's character transformation between young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory, and Missy's return can explain how she fared in high school without Sheldon there. But these tales ought to remain merely side stories within the greater framework of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. The tension between the two sisters-in-law may contribute to the strain that the titular marriage faces, as evidenced by Mandy's difficulty connecting with Missy in the last episodes of Young Sheldon. Similarly, Mary's intense piety unsettles Georgie in Young Sheldon's finale, so his attempts to intervene in his mother's life might cause further fights between him and Mandy. With this sort of storytelling, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage could utilize young Sheldon's returning supporting stars to advance its own plot. Is there any room for Sheldon himself in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage? Sheldon's return risks derailing the focus of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Naturally, there is one figure that dominates Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Viewers would naturally want to see the young genius return in the spin-off, since Sheldon was the star of both Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory. The character who continues to be the face of the franchise inspired many of young Sheldon's greatest sayings. But it is precisely this notoriety and popularity that could make Sheldon's prospective return to the show problematic. Because Sheldon's teenage years are brought back, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage has the potential to eclipse its own stars. Spin-offs of sitcoms require time to develop their new leads. Young Sheldon waited a few years to bring back the Big Bang Theory cast members, not even for voice-over cameos, while Frasier could no longer depend only on Cheers characters. To avoid running the risk of Sheldon's comeback, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage must establish its own tone and style. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage should not include young Sheldon's title character until the spin-off's first Christmas episode, at the latest, despite the possibility of a much-anticipated cameo appearance by Georgie's brother. Thanks for watching.